Okay, we're going into 1463 East 25th Street, freshly remodeled older home in the west side of Jacksonville. And they've done some staging. Let's see what we've got for lights here. Just go ahead and turn everything on. They've done some staging, not too much though. So first things first, ceiling height. There is some change in the ceiling height, but mostly they're 8-foot ceilings you see here, a little different right away. That's usually not an issue, but I notice we've got some slope in the floor from this corner kind of going down into this doorway. Now, as I mentioned previously, when we've got these older homes with the wood floor, sometimes there's issues underneath. And that's sloping floor is indicative of some kind of settling or other problem. It could just be settling, but maybe not. So anyway, this is the first bedroom right up front. It's not that big. It's maybe 8 feet by 16 feet, I would say. Kind of narrow, but lots of light from the windows, fresh paint. All the trim looks good. New blinds, new vinyl windows. Thank you. These are the double pane windows, insulated, and that's going to help you with your electric bill, because the heat and cooling in there is going to definitely be less cost. Newer switches. You've just got the little white low price ceiling fan up there to light the room, and the closet is pretty small, maybe 30 inches by 24 inches, with one shelf and one bar here, a place for another shelf up above. But you know, honestly, that being that high, I don't know that you could actually put anything up there. If you actually put the shelf in, it would make it really, really tight. Unless it was shoe boxes, I guess would probably work. Flooring is luxury vinyl plank. There's a transition here. I don't know why. Although when I look at this, I do feel a change, or see a change in the height of the floors right along the seam. So maybe that's the reason. It's not much. It's maybe like a 1/4 of an inch, but there does seem to be a little different size or height of floor between what is the dining room area and this little entry. And that bedroom there. So anyway, continuing on in, ceilings are a little bit higher here. New industrial style ceiling fan. The couch is not really part of the deal, but I bet if you wanted it, you could ask for it. Furnace door has been modified with the grate on the front to allow air to come in. They didn't really do a nice job of that, because they put one louver on the one side and then they just left a cutout on the back. But it's what it is. Furnace itself looks like it's newer, or maybe it's new. I can't really tell for sure, but considering what the AC pump looked like outside, I'd say it's probably a new furnace. And so that's good. You've got at least some new equipment in here along with the floors. And they did remodel this entire house, so I would bet that that is a brand new furnace. Although the panel here doesn't look new. We'll see. So these are granite countertops, not quartz, but they're nicely done in the kitchen. And new cabinets with new black pulls, the pull down faucet for your sprayer. All the uppers are good. You've got inset lighting in the ceiling for your light. There's going to be a light underneath this Whirlpool microwave. Stainless. The Frigidaire refrigerator is the fingerprintless stainless steel. It's kind of a different gray color. It doesn't pick up stains as much as this one. But then you've got this older black Whirlpool glass top range. Definitely used. Been in here for a long time. Backsplash is nice. I like the backsplash. All of the outlets and everything look good, except that these should be the GFI style outlets that have, like this one. Okay, so you've got one here. Maybe what you've got is this one is connected to it. If that's the case, then that's perfect, because you really need to have that. Although this one here also does not have, and I don't believe that this one would connect to both of those. In any case, you should have this anywhere near a sink. That would mean this one here really should be the one with the GFI on it, rather than that one down there, because, you know, your sink is right here. The sink itself is undermount stainless sink, nice and deep. Thank you very much. It's not the really thin, shallow one. There is a garbage disposal. That's good. Okay, so let's have a look at this panel. It looks like, through the paint, that this is a GE panel. Okay, there we go. It's up and down. It's an up and down. And they didn't do a good job of covering this when they textured the walls. They just blew texture in here. The panel itself, it's really hard to tell the condition. It looks pretty dirty. Rusty. In fact, it feels like there's some moisture in here now, so that's a concern. I'm not sure exactly what that means, but there is a lot of rust on this panel, and you definitely want to make sure that the inspector had a good look behind it. Of course, that he's going to do that. If you decided to get this place, the inspector would look at this. Not well labeled. There's only a couple of things there related to the AC that are labeled as far as the actual breakers go, and you really should have all of these labeled so you know what's what. Good news is that it's not a recalled panel, because there's a bunch of those. So we're going to continue to the back, and then we're going to get the bedrooms. So this, going into the back part of the house, we're now at the very back, and this is the laundry room with a really low ceiling. So you can see here the difference in the ceiling height. The ceiling here is maybe 7 feet, maybe. Low enough that it makes me claustrophobic. Flush mount light, little new cabinet sitting over the top of the location for the washing machine. There's some vent here, probably for AC to come into this room. There's the dryer vent. That is not an appropriate size dryer vent hose, but it's what there is there. I would suggest that this whole little piece needs to come out. That pipe needs to be moved up to the larger 4-inch, like it's supposed to be, so you have the correct dryer vent. Also, the pigtail for connection for the dryer is over here right underneath the water. Now, if you get a leak, that's 220. That's gonna suck. It should not be there. That guy needs to be moved over here, up above, to one side, to the other side. Right underneath is it's kind of like putting an outlet in your shower, is what that is. Water heater looks new with a pan. Thank you. Okay, and it does have the overflow valve there with the pipe coming down, so it doesn't spray everywhere. That probably just goes around the back. Oh, and it goes out the wall. Okay, so it's actually going out. That's good. And the windows here, let's see. So it looks like they put in the new windows even in the back here. Thank you so much. This is the back door. We saw that. I'm not going to go out the door, but let's have a look here in this little closet. So this is just well, okay. So first thing, there's a height difference in the floor right here. The door sticks. I can feel it's actually hitting the floor, but when I close the door all the way, it's fine. So this broom closet here, there's a broom in the broom closet. Amazing. Does have a little storage room for your laundry, but this is really just a little closet for your home cleaning supplies. Put your vacuum in here, put your dusting stuff, whatever. That's what this is for. They put the knob in the correct location on the bifold door. Thank you very much. This goes out the back. Okay, I'll open it so you can see. Hold on here. It goes right out there toward the garage. So this is the door that you would come in after you parked your car in your garage. All right, so we're going to go hit these side rooms, and then we'll be done. So we've looked at the front bedroom already down there. So we're going to look at the bathroom and the other 2 bedrooms. Since the bathroom's right in front of us, let's just go ahead and do that and get it over with. So tile floors. These are not new tile floors. These are the tile floors that were here previously. There's also a transition at the entrance, and the tile floor is up about 3/4 of an inch, which means that they tiled over the top of some kind of a cement fiberboard or something that was put on the floor to support the tiles. That's good. Thank you for that. The vanity is new. This is a one-piece vanity you can get at Home Depot. Double doors, a little mirror. This is not a medicine cabinet, it's just a mirror. Modern style vanity light. The tub is brand new. The toilet, I don't think the toilet is new. I think this is the original toilet. Or at least this is the toilet that was here. Because it's not clean. At least not all the way clean, right? And actually, this tub looks like it's been here for a while. Although the paper is on it, the drain looks dirty. Maybe I'm just mistaken, but I think that this tub has been here for at least a little bit. The tile work in the tub shower area is not done very well. Grout lines don't line up. The corners of the tiles don't line up. This white tile actually sticks out farther than the backsplash. They should be flush, right? Smooth. But there's a lip here that's going to catch dirt. The way they put the little glass in there and the gray, why did they? Yeah, it makes it look dirty. I'm sure that it's not really dirty, but it makes it look dirty with that gray, grout. You know, gray is not the right color for white tiles. It was fine probably for this, but it's not really fine for that. Now, the thing is that this has been here. I can tell, you know, once again, because we've got a backsplash that really has not yet been cleaned up. It's pretty dirty. I'm looking here at, closer I look, the more I realize this is actually probably the original bathroom that they just, you know, maybe got their cleaner in. Maybe they put this trim piece on the edge to kind of clean up the look, but they actually didn't really do any of the tile work or anything. Maybe the homeowner did this, which would explain it. So many people watch those shows, you know, Fix and Flip, Flip and Flop, all the reality TV shows about flipping homes or renovating homes, and you know, the work that they show there is much, much harder than people think, and especially tile work, you know, unless you know what you're doing, it really can go badly. In any case, it's not perfect. It's not horrible either, though. So with some cleanup, you could probably make this a decent bathroom. Still the same gray paint that we've had everywhere else, white ceilings, although I'm not sure that they did a perfect job when they were taping and masking. There is some overspray in some places, and the wall texture is not my favorite, but you know, that's what that is. We can't really do much about that. So we're going to move on to the bedroom here, and I think this, because of the size of it, is going to be the master. Now, this bedroom, you can hear it echoing, is probably like 22 feet by 16 feet. So it's a pretty good size, big enough for a king-size bed. One window only to let in some light. This is set up in such a way that on this wall you could have your TV. That's why you've got an outlet up above to plug in your flat screen TV there. And there even is still, you know, they touched up the paint, but they didn't actually do much more than that on this wall. This wall is dirty, so I think probably it's the original color. Maybe that's why they went with this gray, or maybe it was already in here, I don't know. But this room, you know, the walls should be washed, I think. If I bought the house, I'd be washing the walls. There's definitely some other thing going on with this plate up here. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's a place to run more electronics or wiring for speakers. There's no bathroom here, though there is a little closet. And this is the same little closet we saw in the other bedroom, which is about 30 inches by 24 with a single bar and shelf. And that is, I think it is new. I think they just put that in here when they renovated the house. Okay, at least they got the new floors in. New smoke alarm, thank you. Those are not new. And you know, once again, look at, I'm seeing rust. And when I see rust, that means moisture. When I see moisture, that makes me wonder where that moisture is coming from. So doorknobs look new. The doors are clean and look new, but the door casings look like they are not new. These are the original casings, not the casings that came actually for the door. Now in the hallway, ceiling height is the same as in the main part of the house. One little globe light there. This is the access to the attic. Why is there a double access? I don't know. Also, we've got this panel here. Rather than taking the panel out, they just painted over the top and put some texture on there. So the little hallway space, it's not very big, but you know, really compared to the rest of the house, it's kind of ugly, I have to say. The door trim on the bathroom is different than the door trim on the bedrooms. This one, that one, you'll see it, the way that they let it stick out, there's actually a style for that. That's a style, it's supposed to be that way. And then you've got this one. So 3 different styles on 3 different doors in the same hallway. Paint is not complete. Panel painted over. Texture is kind of thick and doesn't look nice. They didn't do a good job of cleaning up. Like, you know, this, rather than smoothing this flat, they just painted over this lumpy mass here. It's the details, you know, that I like. Now also, we've got, maybe the floors were not installed super good because there is definitely a gap here right up next to the wall. Now this piece against the wall has to be cut, and maybe they just cut it too small, I don't know. But it's not too hard to move that guy back out so it locks like it's supposed to in place there. And I would suggest that that be done. So anyway, let's get into the second bedroom and then we will move on to the next property. So, or the third, final bedroom actually. White ceiling fan that we saw in the first bedroom. Oh, this is a bigger ceiling fan too, so that also means, you know, master. All right, I just had to check to see if it was the same. So a good ceiling height, walls are okay. The trim along the floor, the baseboards are nice. There is a cable connection here on the wall, but it doesn't look like it's active. This has got the biggest closet. This closet is probably 8 feet by 22 inches with a single shelf, wire shelf in here. Definitely room for a little bit more in the back. But the shelf is at the right height, so you can definitely get big things up on the top of that. There's an outlet in here for some reason. I don't know why, but that's okay. Maybe that this closet wasn't here and it was added on later. I don't know. But windows, you've got the good vinyl windows that are new. The room itself is pretty small. Okay, so you know what? Here's the crazy thing. This is not the biggest bedroom, but it's definitely the master. Now, where's the lights? Oh, over here. You got to go into the bathroom to turn on the lights. Large walk-in shower. It's not a roll-in because there is this place that, you know, you have to step over this little transition. The grout lines are not beautiful. They did not get the grout done appropriately everywhere. That should probably be sealed up, and this definitely, because you know water's going to spray down in that crack, and that's going to cause you all sorts of trouble. You definitely have wood floors underneath all of this. The pebble bed shower pan style is nice. I like that. They went with the vertical tiles, but they used that same gray grout, which is too bad because it makes it look dirty. The same little round tiles for the floor they used in a design up the wall, and for your little shower box there where you can put your soaps and shampoos and whatnot. You see how dirty that looks? It just looks dirty, that gray, against the white. If this was a darker color tile, that would look okay. But with it being a white tile, it just really isn't that appeal. At least to me, maybe it would be okay for other people. The fixtures look good, but you've got, as you can see here, you've got this little, when they cut the hole, they just cut a square rather than cutting a round hole. They cut a square and they cut it too big, and your escutcheon there does not cover the whole thing. That also will allow water in the walls when you're taking a shower, which is going to cause problems later. So you definitely, if you get this house, want to get a tube of caulk and a caulking gun and fill that, and then also take care of this here. I would suggest that you get rid of this curtain and you put a glass shower door in here. It will definitely keep the water off of your floors. Now these floors don't look like the grout is having any issues. Oh, this is the same tile that we saw in the other room, and the grout lines all look good. I mean, they don't look clean, but they look good, as in they're not cracked or anything. So I think the floor here is solid, but still, you really don't want water coming out, because there will come a day when some of these grout lines crack, and then once again, you have water going in underneath and into the wood of the floor, and then you're going to have real problems later. So they did some patching, but once again, they didn't do a very good job of it. They just painted over the top. That's they're not taking their time. They did this fast. So this little back corner area is maybe 7 feet. You would not be able to do anything here. And since the door to the bathroom is right there, you really are losing all of this back floor space. Then you've got the closet doors over there. So putting a bed in here is going to be hard. The way this room is laid out is going to make it really hard. You've got a door there. What are you going to put the bed here? Then it will block the doorway. With the closet doors there, that makes it hard to put a bed here because, it will block the closet. You can't put the bed back there because of the door to the bathroom, unless it's a small, like a twin would fit back there. Yeah, I don't see any place that you could put a bed in this room. Not easily anyway. Definitely going to be a challenge. Sorry about that. And it's too bad that the way they did this, makes that stick out so much. But that's really what you have to do in order to fit this bathroom in here. Maybe they extended this out at some point in time. Maybe it was a tiny little bathroom. It could have been. But whatever the case, there's not enough room here really for anything sizable as far as that bed goes. I think you could get a twin. You might be able to get a double in there and then squeeze around it to get to the bathroom. But otherwise, you're kind of out of luck on that. So that is it. So this is 1463 East 25th Street. And this is J. Frederick Smith. We're walking around the house here. I've got to get all the lights off and everything, and then we're going to get out. The house has a nice look to it, but the more I walk through it, the less I really like it. I do like the kitchen. I like the backsplash. I like the floors. I'm concerned about the floor slope that you've got in the front and that transition that's there. Maybe that was a screen porch before. I don't know. But whatever the case, I definitely want to make sure if you guys get this place that you have your inspector have a good look at that. The attention to detail really isn't here that I would hope that they would have had. So with all of that said, we're going to go ahead and head out and move to the next one. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a great day, and call me if you have any questions about it.